Hello everybody, welcome back to the workshop. So today I'm just doing another little talking head here to give some people some encouragement. Now if you clicked on the title, you probably already pretty much know what my little thoughts are going to be here, but it is the importance of starting small. So Jessica and I, we've been talking just a little bit and we've been going over some things, some projects that she would like to do in the forge and complete and do some stuff like this in the forge. And you know, I got to thinking about all the safety hazards that are in the forge that you can end up getting yourself into. All the sorts of troubles that are in the shop. I mean, there's everything, I like to call them death machines, you know? You got the power hammer, that's a death machine. You've got the, you'll have to excuse the wind, the doors are knocking around here this morning. But you know, you got the power hammer, it's a death machine. The drill press, you know, it's a maiming machine. It can get your fingers, you know. The press, definitely a death machine. You know, anything of the buffers or things like that in that nature, death machines. You know, these are all things that can take and hurt you in ways you never thought were possible. So, giving this some thought, I think back on my life as a blacksmith and my whole entire career and journey. And so far, you know, it's been good and fairly accident-free. And, you know, I hope it continues that way, but I've been very meticulous about it. But when I started blacksmithing, I started, you know, with the most basic of tools. And so I started really small. And I think that is a really good thing. I think that's a good thing for all of you smiths out there that are getting into it. I think some of you get into it too quickly and you get into all the tooling and all the equipment way too quickly for yourselves, and you're not well versed enough in the dangers of that tooling. You know, you get bit by the bug. You get bit by the blacksmithing bug, the fever if you will, and you just want to make all these things that are come flowing into your mind, that creative spirit, right? You just want to do whatever comes in your mind. And you just like, oh, I just can't wait to do that, and this is going to be awesome, right? And so you get into that and you say, okay, well, what type of tooling do you need? Ooh, I need a welder. But you never read the safety. You haven't taken any time with a welder, a professional welder, to understand the dangers that can come from welding, the health risks, stuff like that. Yeah, sure, you skim through that little user manual real quick and then you chuck it over on the side. Let's get to welding up this project. And you don't realize that you're putting yourself in harm's way and dangers. So I actually thank God for the fact that I had to start very small and very humbly at first. And I think you should do the same. Because that right there kept me out of a lot of trouble. Not having the tools like what you see that I have in my shop now probably kept me out of a lot of safety accidents. Because the first 4 years of my smithing, anything that I did in smithing, was completely self-taught. Now there's people who are self-taught, and there's nothing wrong with being self-taught, but it's a slower learning curve. It is a slower learning curve. Some people don't feel that it's that way, that it's a slower learning curve and that it's just as good as instruction, but it is. It's a slower learning curve. You don't have those people that are coming alongside you. Sorry, I had to try to stop that door from rattling. You don't have those people trying to come alongside you and teach you like the safety, the dangers, the proper way of doing something. And yes, I know that's the very unpopular way of saying it. A lot of people don't like hearing that there's a right and a wrong way of doing something. It's just, oh, it's my way or whatever. No, there is a right and there is a wrong way of doing something. And that right and wrong way comes down to there's a safe way and an unsafe way. And so if you're doing it unsafe, I don't care if it's your opinion, it's your thought process, it's your whatever, it's not the right way of doing it. If you're doing it safely, then that's the way to take and be doing it. That's the correct way to be doing that thing that you're doing. I don't care what it is. It could be cutting something off, it could be wire welding, it could be anything. You know, when I started blacksmithing, all I had was a few hand tools. I had a basic forge. The forge that you see me use in my videos. There's other guys that just have ground forges and things like that. That is awesome. So be happy that you are at the point that you are right now, and be looking forward to those days when you move up, okay? and you get slowly more confident with your abilities, and you're ready to take on new information like how to use torches and how to properly set up gas forges and how to properly use some of the other type of equipment that's in the shop, power hammers and things like that. Don't jump too quickly into that. That can be a very, very big mistake to your health, okay? Just by not knowing all the safety concerns that can come with it. So I just wanted to put that out there. I hope that'll help somebody out there, but it's something that we've been thinking about, you know, me and Jess, and I'm going to be going over a lot of safety in my shop because she's not going to have that, how do I want to say, she's not going to have that opportunity to grow as a smith and mature with very basic tooling. She's coming into a full professional shop with all the death machines in the world that you can think of. Okay? And so I need to make sure that she's safe while doing that. I want her to succeed and enjoy all the little projects that she has in mind that she wants to share with everybody, her journey. And I think it's going to be an exciting series, but we have to make sure it's a safe thing. So that's it. Don't get down because you have humble equipment right now and you got to do everything by hand and you see guys ripping stuff out on power hammers and presses. You're just not at that level yet. Get used to that. That's going to be everything. I mean, there's levels that I'm not at yet. You know, I'm not at the level of being able to use you know, a 1,500-pound power hammer, you know, forging something in an industrial location or something like that. I've never worked in an industrial shop. So there's probably all sorts of things that there's always learning to be done, is what I'm saying. So I hope to continue to learn. I hope to continue to learn new processes, take classes with people who are very smart and intelligent in those classes and on those new processes. And you know, it's going to be a fun time for myself of learning for the rest of my life. Don't ever get too old. Don't ever get too experienced. Don't ever get, you know, too set in your own way to be able to learn. So thank you all for watching this video. I hope that helps out. Don't be afraid to be a small shop for right now. Don't be sad that you have more humble tooling. Give it time. It will grow, and you will slowly grow with it. So that's it for today. God bless you, and like I always say, we'll catch you on the next one.